Talk of the Town Sunday recap is going to start in Minnesota, where the question of the day is, are the Vikings contenders or pretenders? I'm going to tell you that I think they are contenders. You have a team with a large amount of playmakers on the offensive end. You look at Dalvin Cook, you look at Jefferson, you look at Thielen, even Irv Smith. These guys are playmakers, and when you have a quarterback that is not elite, but knows his job is to get the ball to those playmakers, that is a good offensive foundation. And at 6-1, running away with their division, the Vikings in a wide open NFC might just be my favorite to make it out. There's been a lot of slander for this man Tua Tagovailoa, and I'm really not understanding why. Look at what this man has been doing throughout this year, and look at what he did yesterday. 29 for 36, 382 yards, 3 touchdowns. He has been absolutely balling, and a couple underthrown passes aren't going to take away from that. Tua Tagovailoa is the most valuable player in the league this year. A great day from the Dallas Cowboys offense leads them to a big win against Chicago. There's really not much to look into if you're a Cowboys fan. You got to like the performance from Pollard. And on the other side of the ball, Chicago, in a game where Justin Fields plays very well and you lose, I think Bears fans are fine with that. A.J. Brown with pure domination for the Philadelphia Eagles against the Steelers. And shout out to the Philadelphia front office for bringing in a legitimate wide receiver 1 for their young quarterback to improve, to shine, and that's exactly what Hurts is doing as he comes in one of the favorites for MVP this year as the Eagles improve to 7-0. I don't know how this is happening. The Falcons are 4-4 and they lead the division outright. I predicted 1-16 for the Falcons and they are 4-4 leading the division. I don't get it. They're not good at football. They're not a good football team. The Raiders get shut out by the Saints. First time being shut out since 2014. Just a pitiful performance from Derek Carr. Not too great out of Josh Jacobs either. Jalen told me he couldn't make it today. He told me why, but I think it's because of this. I think it's because of the embarrassment of the Raiders, and I understand the season might just be over for the Raiders. The Patriots get the W against the Jets, but number one thing you need to talk about is Zach Wilson's performance. Under 50% completion, 3 interceptions. The Jets have improved this year, but Zach Wilson needs to step it up. He's supposed to be the quarterback of the future, and he did not play like it yesterday. Yeah, the Broncos, not a very good football team, but they managed to go into London and come out with a W. Denver's defense is keeping them in many games. Finally, they scored over 16, but don't think Denver has what it takes to make the playoffs. And on the other side, the Jaguars, we expected improvement. They're not showing it this year. Trevor Lawrence not looking quite like the #1 pick that we thought he was. I'm still going to give him time to turn around, but at some point we have to start questioning Trevor Lawrence. We're back to the contender or pretender segment of the show. This time we're talking about the 49ers after a huge win in Levi South, that being SoFi Stadium. I think it's fair to say that they are contenders. The record might not show it right now, but that roster, like I said last week, check the top link in the description to check out last week's and all episodes of Talk of Town. With this amount of talent on a roster, how can you not be in the Super Bowl? There's no excuse. With this amount of talent, how can you not be in the Super Bowl? Jimmy Garoppolo plays like that. Christian McCaffrey plays like that. They are clear favorites in the NFC. Obviously, they're not always going to play like that, so no, they aren't clear favorites, but contenders, absolutely. He ain't right back. 5-3 for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith continues to amaze me. They take down the 6-1 Giants. The rebuild happened before anyone could even blink. Kenneth Walker, just one of the guys they hit big with on this draft. And the Seahawks are looking to be right back where they were in a matter of one offseason. I don't even really want to talk about this, but the Colts blow it to the Commanders. Sam Ehlinger, not too bad of a game. We obviously need to stop the fumbles, but number one thing is Frank Reich needs to be gone. I don't want him in the practice facility today. Derrick Henry with a monster performance. He's one of those guys that behind his heroics, he can carry a team to a victory, and that's what you saw yesterday. It is very, very possible that Derrick Henry, come postseason time, has one of these games that leads the Titans past what we had expected for them. The Green Bay Packers are done. The season is over. Bills Mafia rolls all over the Packers on Sunday Night Football in a game where Josh Allen has the worst game of the season, and Bills continue to look like the powerhouse that they are. They continue to look like the AFC favorites that they are. Thank you guys so much for watching this condensed version of a Sunday recap. This was Week 8, Talk of the Town. We will see you next Monday, 5 p.m.